In the shallow, muddy seabeds of Southeast Asia, a master of disguise puts on a show for survival. This is the story of the mimic octopus, an animal that rewrites the rules of hide and seek. Most octopuses are experts at disappearing. They wedge themselves into tight crevices, burrow deep into the sand, or vanish against a backdrop of colorful coral. Their strategy is simple: don't be seen. But the mimic octopus lives in a different world, a vast open expanse of silt and sand, where there are no rocks to hide behind and no coral to blend in with. Out here, invisibility isn't an option, so instead of hiding, it pretends. First officially documented by scientists in the late 1990s, the mimic octopus might initially seem unremarkable. It's a small brownish creature, often seen gliding across the seafloor. But when a predator approaches, something extraordinary happens. It doesn't flee, it doesn't squirt a cloud of ink, it transforms. In a breathtaking display of biological theater, it changes its shape, posture, and movement to become something else entirely. Something the predator fears. This isn't simple camouflage. The mimic octopus makes itself highly visible, but as a different, more dangerous animal. One of its most convincing performances is the banded sea snake. Sea snakes are highly venomous, and most marine hunters give them a wide berth. To pull off this illusion, the mimic octopus will bury 6 of its 8 arms completely under the sand. The remaining 2 are stretched out in opposite directions, waving and undulating with a serpentine grace. To a fish watching from a distance, it's not a soft-bodied octopus. It's a deadly snake, a clear warning to stay away. But the mimic octopus is no one-trick pony. Its repertoire of disguises is impressively diverse. If a sea snake isn't the right choice, it might flatten its body, spread its arms wide like a fan, and adopt the intimidating posture of a lionfish. Lionfish are armed with long, venomous spines, another animal that predators learn to avoid. The octopus doesn't just mimic the shape, it mimics the behavior. It moves with the slow, deliberate confidence of a lionfish on the prowl, with no hint of panic. That unwavering confidence is what sells the performance. Scientists have also observed it impersonating other creatures. It can glide smoothly across the seafloor like a flatfish, keeping its body low and wide. It can drift through the water column, trailing its arms behind it to resemble a jellyfish, or even flap its sides to imitate a stingray. The disguise it chooses often depends on what other animals are common in that specific area, and more importantly, what the approaching predator is likely to fear. This is what makes the mimic octopus so fascinating. This isn't just a pre-programmed instinctual response. The ability to assess a threat and choose the most effective disguise from a mental library of characters suggests a remarkable level of intelligence and decision-making. Most animals have one primary defense mechanism. They might be fast, armored, or poisonous. The mimic octopus's primary defense is its flexibility. It adapts its strategy in real time, tailored to the specific situation. How is this possible? Octopuses are incredibly sophisticated animals. They possess large brains for their body size and a complex nervous system that is unique in the animal kingdom. A significant portion of an octopus's neurons are actually located in its arms. This distributed intelligence gives each arm a degree of autonomy, allowing for the precise, independent control needed to bend, twist, flatten, and curl into a convincing new shape. This unparalleled physical control is the canvas for its artistry. However, a great costume is nothing without perfect timing and a smart script. The octopus can't just pick a disguise at random. Pretending to be a lionfish is useless if the predator has never seen one and doesn't know to be afraid of it. The mimic octopus cleverly leverages the pre-existing fears of its audience. It impersonates animals that local predators already recognize as dangerous and actively avoid. This makes its defense strategy incredibly efficient. It doesn't need to waste energy fighting or fleeing. It simply convinces would-be attackers that it's not worth the risk. Without this incredible talent, the mimic octopus would be an easy meal. It's not particularly fast, it lacks powerful venom of its own, and it lives completely exposed on the open sand. Its survival hinges on its ability to deceive. That is the genius of the mimic octopus. It doesn't just look like something else, it acts the part, with a performer's command of the stage. It's a profound reminder that in the natural world, intelligence doesn't always manifest as tool use or complex social structures. Sometimes the most intelligent thing an animal can do is know when to pretend, and exactly who to pretend to be. If your survival depended on convincing everyone you were something else entirely, what would you choose to become? And more importantly, would you be convincing enough to pull it off? If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of nature's most creative survivors, be sure to follow our channel. We have many more stories from the wild to share. Thanks for watching.